New details this morning in the trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors now claiming that from behind bars, Combs has been trying to reach out to victims.
Yeah, that they came to Ben Affleck and they said, your wife's on these tapes. So that's something I can confirm to be fact. He said, I asked my partner for an Advil. He handed me the Advil. I woke up 22 days later. Combs is the person who arrested them and put him in the coma. They like to keep memorabilia from these escapades. And, this is something that's a lot more common than people think amongst elite participants.
Something big just happened in Diddy's case. One of his lawyers just quit. This happened right when things are getting harder for him in court and more people are watching. Sometimes lawyers leave cases for normal reasons, but this timing makes everything look even more serious. Diddy used to be super powerful in the music world, but now he's facing serious charges that could really hurt him if they're true. Every day, more news comes out, and everyone is watching closely.
You're legendary for the parties that you throw.
Mm-hmm. I'm a legend, baby, for a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it.
Justin, right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. I had legal guardianship of Usher when, he did his first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. And we gonna go buck fool crazy.
Tell us a little bit about your client, of what you can.
Yes, so she reached out to me a few weeks ago after being referred to me by another attorney who knew I had been doing things about this case and had been sounding the horn on Diddy. I've actually sued him in another lawsuit in 2021 in Miami with Trey Songz. So she called me and told me a very horrific story about her and her escape from the... She told me that she was at a friend's house who had industry ties and was on the phone with Diddy, and he decided to come to the house. And when he came to the house, everything was fine, that there was another woman there who we've determined to be Christina Coram, KK, who Diddy talks about a lot as his right-hand woman, if you will, and that they were discussing trafficking her. And then that led to her being served a drink where then she started to feel woozy, and then Mr. Combs her with an inanimate object, and then actually directed another gentleman to her while he watched and pleasured himself. So she was able to escape eventually and ran out into the streets yelling and screaming, and a neighbor heard her because this happened in a quiet suburban neighborhood, if you will.
So there's a witness?
Yes, we have a witness. We also have a police report, and that was made in 2018, that she, when she initially filed the police report, she didn't name Diddy out of fear of retaliation, and more importantly, fear that no one would believe her.
The case is getting bigger. Another person has come forward saying Diddy did something wrong back in 2018. Now there are even more accusations to deal with. Everyone wants to know what can be proven in court and what will happen next, both in the courtroom and in the news.
We all have stories. Mine is horrific. Why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy. And we really want to forget the truth. Since then, I've been yep. I have a lot of stories, y'all. Maybe I'll write a book one day. So, there's that.
Law enforcement had enough to get the search warrant. They maybe even have enough to get an indictment. And if so, I expect Diddy to be arrested in a matter of days and no more than weeks.
I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you. Mm-hmm. But this is a full circle moment, everybody. Yes. Get into adult conversation.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't seen you in over 15 years, but I'm not seeing wrinkles. I'm seeing good. I don't, you live a really hectic lifestyle, and I don't understand all the running around, and who are these people that you surround yourself with, and who are these people? Do they violate you? Do you get robbed? What happens? Now, you threw a house party, and I got the footage, okay? Look at this. Now, who has this many people at their house? Puff, or Sean, Diddy, what do I call you?
I think you should call me Puff. You always call me Puff.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. First hurdle jumped. Jesus.
The problems for Diddy keep getting worse as new accusations come out. A woman named Tanya Wallace says she went to private parties and saw really disturbing things. She even claims that kids might have been at some of these parties and that bad things happened there. Right now, these are just claims, not proven facts. But they're making people look at this case even more closely. What used to seem like fancy celebrity parties are now being seen in a totally different, darker way. In the end, the truth will be decided by real evidence in court, not by rumors. If you're following this story, drop a comment below with your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button so you don't miss any updates.
With Tanya Wallace, who claims she's been at a freak off and said she saw children, and it was hard for her to say it.
It was very hard for her to say it, Ashley. So what she said was that she was flown out from LA to Miami by the Saudi prince. And they ended up eventually on Star Island at one of Diddy's parties. She says, you know, among many other things, I mean, she goes into detail.
Are those midgets? Because people were it's people over them. Like, it's people trying to hide what they're doing.
Adults who are little people, or are you talking about minors?
Am I going to get in trouble? I don't want to say I witnessed any of that crazy stuff, but we all have common sense. Little people that's not supposed to be there.
You're talking about underage people.
It's a shame.
Is this woman, Tanya, is she really saying that there were minors involved in these freak-offs?
That is exactly what she's saying, Billy. Now, as for what they were doing, she never really could get a clean look at it. She said there was a wall of adults encircling them who clearly didn't want everyone at the party to see what was happening there. She said when she saw this scene with the younger people, that it was about 7 a.m. and that the party had been going all night.
Did anyone ask her why didn't she leave, and what was she doing there?
She was there as the guest of a Saudi prince. As to why she didn't leave, I don't know what time she left. I agree with you that once you see something like she's describing, that's the time to tip out the door.
Or call the FBI. I mean,
or call the FBI, exactly. But you know, that's the other thing that we've heard from a lot of people who've been involved in parties with Diddy, that there are NDAs that are signed, and you walk out and you feel like, I can't say anything to anyone.
Real reasons why or what really happens, they don't know because they wasn't there. And that would affect me emotionally. But I got myself into a situation where I was about to get trafficked. And this was like 3 years ago. And I was just like, it was a close one. You know, I came up on this prince, and he was Arabian, and he flew me to Miami, and he said I was going to be there for 2 weeks. We were in a $30 million house, and I ended up being there for a month, and I had to escape, okay? And we were meeting so many girls, and girls from Love and Hip Hop was coming in the house, and celebrities was there, and all of this stuff, but it started to get real weird. You know, it was a lot of drugs. And like, I don't do hard drugs like that. Like, I was smoking weed, you know, and they were doing hard drugs and stuff. And it was just like, it was getting, like, my gut was telling me something bad is about to happen. But he was trying to like distract us with buying this stuff. We was going shopping and doing all these things. And for some reason, I felt like I'm used to getting, but like this right here, where am I about to be tomorrow? And why are we still here? So then he says, well, we're gonna go to Cuba. So the girls start talking in the house, and they're like, girl, I gotta get back home. And he said that I can't leave. And I'm like, well, what is he gonna do with us? Then, you know, we had went to some celebrity's house, and we ended up at P. Diddy's house. And I just started hearing conversations, and I just got trafficking from it. Because, you know, I heard the prince saying something like, oh, you can have whoever you want. Like, he was like selling us, you know? So I'm like, is this trafficking? Like, what the? And it gave me a whole nother outlook on everything too. And I had to really pump my brakes on how I do things. And maybe because a week before that, I had just said I want to be in Miami. I want to be around royalty. I want to spend this much amount. And I realized everything that I said that I wanted, it came.
After Tanya Wallace's interview went online, it spread super fast. Her accusations turned into big headlines, and people online started treating clips like they were proof. She said the parties were way more troubling than people knew. And she made a shocking claim that Diddy's family members were there too. This made social media explode with arguments. But we have to remember, these claims aren't proven yet. The truth will only come from real evidence and court hearings, not from what people say on the internet.
It ended up ending later than out here, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We go back to the mansion. We chill for an hour. Next thing you know, we load it up, like how we always do. We load up and go places. But now we load it up on our way to Star Island.
What is that?
Star Island, where Diddy lives.
Oh.
So that's where his freak off goes.
It's just a section of Miami, or it's an actual island?
It's actually, because the street has a whole bunch of palm trees and stuff like that.
Okay.
I did TMZ. I just did a documentary for TMZ last week, right?
Okay.
And it's I seen you in the first one.
Oh, they're doing a follow-up?
Yes, because they have more information. So it was the downfall of Diddy.
That's true. There's hundreds of more accusations after the first one. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I sat down with Harvey, and they basically, I got there because I had footage. So I gave them footage that nobody has.
Okay.
And so we're on Star Island. I'm in my Snap recording oh, Diddy's house is lit, but I haven't got in there yet. So I'm not knowing as soon as we get to the door that they were going to lock up our phones in bubble cases. We could hold it, but it's locked up. We can't use it.
Right.
So I'm like, what the So I walk in. Instantly, one of Diddy's sons, Christian, was like, you, come here. Now I'm walking with the girl that I brought. The other girls are walking behind me, but once we got in the house to the side door, it was a backyard, so everybody split up.
And so the vibe is that the pretty girls, dudes will come up to him and kind of make it clear, yo, you're getting invited to the latter tier of this party.
Exactly.
And they're giving out what, little sandals?
Exactly, that's what they were giving out. So when the son came up to me and said, you come here, or called me over there, I'm like, who, her? He's like, no, you. So I'm thinking why not both of us? But okay, whatever. He's like, take these shoes. The shoes, the robe shoes, white terry cloth robe shoes. They're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, what do I do with these? He this is how you get in the house. So I just took them, I carried them, and that's when Diddy came, just appeared. Now, when somebody walks behind you and rubs the side of you, you already know, what the?
Yeah.
You might as well hold me and pick me up. What was you about to do, throw me in the pool? But everybody was already skinny dipping, that's nothing. When I walked in, before I seen Diddy, I'm just peeping out everything, house music going like a rave. Do, 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 do. And it's real, real loud. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. People drinking mimosas, eating eggs and bacon in the goddamn pool, but naked though, and just walking around, and waitresses passing around drinks left and right. I was even holding the drink in my hand, and I don't even drink like that. Occasionally, but so when he came up to me, he's like, how are you liking my house? And I'm like, I'm trying not to be starstruck, so I wasn't looking him in his eye. And so I was just having side conversations with him. He's, oh, the prince been telling me a lot about you, and but you need to go inside my house. Enjoy my house. And he's saying little stuff like, what's mine is yours, and all of this stuff or whatever, right? So I tell my friend, girl, let me just go up in this house. The wants me to go inside.
Right.
But I don't want to leave you out. So I'll be in there for a few minutes. I'll be right out. Walk up in there. This going on, that going on, a few things going on.
So wait, the main house is the party, and then there's a separate room or a separate section where the freak off is taking place?
Separate section where the freak off is taking place.
And you can't see this section from the main party?
No, because you got to go inside the house. The party is outside, and the party is inside too, but that's the freak off.
Okay.
So people that are just outside, they won't know what's going on.
And you're talking
until
about
you walk in.
You're saying
Publicly in multiple people.
there's just like a couch, and there's
Exactly.
just some couple dudes fucking a bunch of girls. or?
Yeah, and naked, everything. I mean, they not pulling shit to the side, trying to be discreet about it. No, this is like they in the room by themselves, tuning out everybody around them.
It's such a crazy concept to me because I have so much experience having on camera, but I can't imagine just being at a party and just wanting to have where like a million other people could see you. It seems like such an obvious thing to be like, let's go in the other room.
Right, but you know what? With the music and the drugs and the drink, do they even care?
And I was thinking about that. Like if I'm gone off the Molly,
Gone. I'm talking about gone, like
for
like
sure.
a rave. Like I've been to these Hollywood parties. You know the parties where you go in Hollywood, like it's like different sections. Like it's a R&B, not R&B, like a reggae side, then a techno house music side, then it's a regular mainstream side.
Right.
The music was loud, as you go to different sections of the house, it's different shit going on, like a different tune of music. You get what I'm saying?
While everyone's talking about Diddy's legal problems, another sad topic came back online: the death of Aaron Carter. Carter was a famous child pop star from the late 1990s who died at age 34. Officials said he accidentally drowned and that drugs played a part. Recently, some people online have tried to connect his death to the Diddy controversy, but there's no real proof or official report that links them together. As rumors spread fast, remember this: facts are facts. Everything else is just guessing unless there's real evidence.
Developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life. Chris Wolf is live for us in Lancaster. He's got more on this. Chris?
Yeah, Rick, MB, the street is now cleared. People have been moving in and out of that home behind me all day. And tonight we heard from some of those closest to Aaron Carter, and they all say the same thing. They all share stories of a very kind, loving, caring, humble, yet troubled young man.
Nick's brother, Aaron Carter.
Right.
A lot of people keep forgetting Aaron Carter was begging for help, begging for independent financing, begging for security. He made it very clear Sony was out to get him, just like Michael Jackson told him they would be. And right around that time, his brother had just been accused of graping one of the girls from making the band, Diddy's entity. And they were trying to make all of that go away. And Aaron called his brother out. And then the next thing you know, he said, if anything happens to me, I did not do this to myself. And then he was gone.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the way that I look. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. It hurts. It hurts so bad because there's like nothing I can do about it. I take for high blood pressure medication, and I took for my mouth. How would you feel every 2 seconds seeing a tweet? You go, oh, look at this. Oh.
Things are getting tougher for Diddy as his legal battle continues. Reports say he's been denied bail multiple times, which means he might have to stay in jail while the case goes on. Judges deny bail when they worry the person might run away or be dangerous. His lawyers are fighting hard, using every legal option they have, while the prosecutors keep building their case. Even though everyone has opinions that change every day, the real outcome will depend on just one thing: what can be proven in court. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on every twist in this case.
Has made a pretty remarkable decision. She has decided she wants the world to see the death scene, where the bathroom where Aaron was found dead. And the reason for this is she is calling out the police and feels like they did not do a proper investigation here, because she is certainly insinuating that there may have been foul play involved in Aaron Carter's death.
Well, the first day, I got a call. The first thing, I got a call from my daughter, Angel, and she said that Aaron was found in the pool. So then I found out later that he was found in a tub, and it just, everything, the stories just kind of kept changing. But I was very concerned.
You're going to hear about my party. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. And it ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on.
They playing a game with him because they want him probably to be a witness or to turn over some evidence on some other people that they would like to have behind bars too. And you gotta realize this. For him to do that, and if he does that, his life is more in danger outside of jail than it is in. Because they can't do the same Epstein move again. They can't do the same Epstein. You know, my friend told me that they put up so many cameras after that Epstein stuff, they can't do that move again. Whether allegedly he did it to himself or somebody else did it to him, we don't know. Whether he's on a private island or he's in the grave, do we really know? The whole thing about it is that he may be safer in jail if people are making his beds and he's telling people to smile. He may be safer in jail than he is out. Man, I don't know. I thought he would have it hard, man, because since that was Brooklyn, and Brooklyn always stands up, and a lot of dudes from Brooklyn think that he led big to his death. You understand? And by him being housed in Brooklyn, I thought that it would be real difficult for him. But, you know, money talks, bullshit walks.
The investigation is still happening, and the biggest questions don't have answers yet. Rumors and guesses always move faster than real facts. In a case that everyone's watching, there's a lot of noise and talk. But the truth won't be decided by comments or rumors. It will be decided by evidence. So what happens next? Will new details come out? Or will the courtroom be the only place we get real answers? If you want to keep up with every major update in this story, follow along as it develops. Don't forget to comment your thoughts below, hit that subscribe button, and like this video to support the channel. Thanks for watching.